Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 7. This is your caster Phaeron once again coming to you, and today's matchup is going to be one of our special fun games. It's going to be 3 versus 3 on the map Udûn II. As you can see, this is a stretched version of Udûn with a place for a middle player in between the original 2 players. But starting in the northwest position on the in the yellow goblins, it is going to be Arongorn. In the middle position for the north is going to be Excelsior as the red man of the west, as you can always see him spawning in as the red man of the west. And their ally to the northeast is going to be Basil as the white elves. And their allies to the southern side, or the opponents to the southern side of the field, is going to be Andy himself as the purple Isengard. So Andy making an appearance in this game, a very strong player in his own right. Their middle player in the southern side is going to be CrazyOldMan Stavig as a lime green Angmar. And the final player in this game, it is going to be RudestDebi as the black goblins over here. And I do believe RudestDebi might be a tribute to the our great and noble friend, Mr. Rude Devil, who did a lot of stuff with Rise of the Witch King and Battle for Metal 2, and it was really fun to watch. He did, however, quit that programming, and has now since I guess a little bit slowed down his channel, isn't really focused on that in his life. You do have Arongorn going for his 3rd Goblin Cave now. He doesn't get the Goblins thing going up as he has Goblins. Excelsior going for a cavalry start over here. You do have some Lorien Warriors coming out for Basil over here. Andy going for a Ward Pack start for Isengard. So a good harass, but does need to get those Urk Pit up quickly to support. You actually have a Thrallmaster out for Stavig over here. Gonna take the Signal Fire in the middle that we were just observing a second ago. Some Goblin Warriors for RudestDebi now moving across the field to go harass. So now it looks like actually it's going to be Arongorn versus RudestDebi in a Goblin Mirror over here. Stavig himself having a Halt the King's Menace. That's really the only viable option as Angmar to go for it starting. Tainland being chosen as the power for RudestDebi, but also Tainland I think for Arongorn as well. The cavalry from Excelsior are going to come and easily mop up that resistance over there. A single Goblin Warrior is actually remaining. But here's a push from Stavig down the middle toward Excelsior's base over here. Excelsior finally getting his barracks up, but he doesn't have much in the way to defend this area, as there is actually a whirlwind being chosen by Stavig there to try and take out the cavalry, but I feel like it was a little bit wasted as he didn't really get the cavalry that close to his units there. The war packs for Andy moving around. I think they started to do some damage to this mountain tree over here, but we're not able to take it down. A second barracks now coming up for Basil here. A little bit of a strange play over here. He's only got 3 farms, or actually he does have 4, but I don't know if he can support production out for this second barracks over here. Basil having some Lorien Warriors going to be buffed, I believe. I'll take a look at these towers really quickly while you got a chance. The cavalry from Excelsior making a good charge over there. Excelsior has chosen the rally call, but has not have it used. You have Andy having War Chant. Has not used it. You have Arongorn with the Tainland. You can see he did use it up there, the double Tainland right over here. Basil himself was out at rally call, and it was put down on those Lorien Warriors. However, they will actually be mopped up by these this Ward Pack over here. So a little bit, didn't know that they could take that out. However, Excelsior doing some good harass. I think he's going to get this farm down. This very important mill for Stavig is going to go down. Stavig now making a push towards Excelsior's base. Looks like Basil and Excelsior are going to try and defend there, as well as Arongorn trying to make some harassment, going around harassing actually the base of Stavig over there. And that mill does go down, as well as the powers for Stavig. You can see it was the whirlwind. It is halfway up the cooldown. RudestDebi did choose that Tainland, as you can see, as a starting power. So that's the starting power lineup, as you can see. It looks like actually Arongorn coming up to aid as well. So all 3 players are going to be aiding Excelsior, as his base is a little bit in trouble as he did go for that cavalry start. So he's going to be a little bit unable to defend himself for a little bit, if his opponents do get those pikes, they do have them. As Angmar with their thralls are very easy to get the. It's very easy for Angmar to get cab to counter fast cab, or pikes to counter fast cab, as they can get those summonable units. You do have Andy with some, I think, a war chain going down on his Urks over here. However, Basil going to try and move his Mythlons to defend this mountain tree. But I think those Urkai, if he does put them in that shield formation as well as holding ground stance, they will be able to defend this area. Andy's War Pack now moving around, trying to do some more harass. I think it might have gotten a tree or maybe a farm over there. But the cavalry from Excelsior are going to try and chase them down. Now a big clash of Goblins over here, as RudestDebi and Arongorn do clash in the middle over here. You have the poison blades that went up from these Goblin Warriors, going to be able to start poisoning their brethren, as they really are just in different factions. Excelsior now closing in, taking the single fire with his Gondor soldiers, as well as some more soldiers of Gondor, going to be moving down the hill. The cavalry, however, going to try and find these the axe throwers, but there's too many Rudar spears over there. Actually, the Wargorn goes down a little bit late, I think, from Stavrik there. Going to miss entirely the cavalry, and the cavalry are going to be safe for a moment. They're actually charging the backside, trample some of these Goblin archers that are on the field for RudestDebi. You have a war pack, level 2 war pack that we just saw moving around. The Excelsior did not chase it down, did go and take out a Malin tree for Basil over there. So Basil, actually not really going for the archers that you would normally see from Elves going on. He does have a level 2 barracks up though, so he could potentially be going for some Merkwoods. RudestDebi now I think turning tail and fleeing as you just see the cavalry there and will not be able to really counter them unless he gets the big enough ball of infantry. A second battalion of gunner knights in the field for Excelsior, and Excelsior is kind of charging a little bit too close. Does turn around and go through those Goblin warriors, but needs to be careful as he's getting targeted down to the Goblin archers in the back. Now 3 battalions in the field here. However, they're being engaged by the Swords of Gondor from Excelsior. Andy now making a push towards the base of Excelsior. I think he was able to take out a farm over there. But now Basil's in the base to defend it a little bit. However, Ward Barrage on the field for Andy do have their Howl casted. Let's look at the base of Andy. He does have his clan setting going up, so actually he's going for that clan setting. He did however have an Uruk pit, as you can see from the Uruk that you saw a minute ago, as well as the pikemen. So he has the clan setting, a Warg pit, as well as the Uruk pit. Excelsior Beaconing is about to lose his very important crucial farm that is overlapping with his stables over there, but the War Bears are going to get chased off by Basil's Mythlon sentries. However, here comes Andy with some pikes, and the Uruk are going to take out this crucial farm over here. I think the cavalry are going to be unable to stop that with the pikes in the area. Excelsior going to get a good trample on those Uruk, but the pikes are going to stop that trample, and then you're going to have to deal with them. So he did not want to deal with them. He will retreat. Soldier of Gondor for Excelsior, not in Holgrim's hands or in shield wall formation, so they're going to go down very quickly. However, didn't take down a mill over here. These Goblin archers still in the field actually for RudestDebi. However, the Goblin warriors of RudestDebi were also able to save this mine from the Goblin warriors of Arongorn. Now the pikemen and Uruk-hai of Andy are going to be moving up towards another farm, and the Rohan peasants, or Rohan spearmen, as well as the Mythlon sentries are going to try and engage, but I don't think so. They're going to be able to do so. Actually, these Mythlons are probably moving into a defensive position on this farm over here as they need to protect it. Basil now making a push with some luring archers as well as some Merkwoods, but the Mythlon sentries are a little bit out of position, going to put them back in a position so they protect those units. The Warg pack, level 2 Warg pack that was on the field earlier on, almost level 3 Warg Bear as well as crossbows and wildmen. So a very diversified army for Andy over here, as well as a good harassment troop up in the north, as his opponent is really not able to deal with these Uruk pikemen, as he can protect them with the Uruk-hai, and then the Uruk pikemen are just nullify any sort of cavalry from Excelsior there. Excelsior with his Soldier of Gondor are going to push down with Arongorn, I think, towards the base of RudestDebi. He has spiderlings on the field now for Arongorn here off of that level 1 spider pit, as well as 3 Goblin Caves. So he's gone for only 3 Goblin Caves as well as a spider pit. You do have the Uruk-hai and pike then moving into the base of Arongorn. Actually might get a builder kill if Arongorn's not careful here. Actually, I think he's not really going to engage in that. Not really going to worry too much about that builder there. The cavalry, 2 Warg Bears now in the field for Andy over here, going to look and find another farm to do some harass. But here comes Stavrik, flanking in on the force of Basil here. Might wipe out these Merkwoods, which are a very expensive unit, 800 resources. They are the most powerful elite unit archer in the game, but for a reason they do cost a lot of money, 800 resources. Black King is now in the field for Stavrik off of a level 2 Holy Kingsman. You can potentially see him level it up to a level 3 to go for those Rangers. The Goblin Soldiers of Gondor for Excelsior are going to take out, I think, a mine, but they're going to go down. There is actually some half mirage off of a fissure over here for RudestDebi. RudestDebi actually going for a treasure trove as well, so we're almost get those upgrades very fast. Looks like all 3 players over here are going to be able to defend off the base of Arongorn. Arongorn does have a builder right in the front line, but I think he's going to take out these Goblin warriors. Not before this tunnel goes down, I think, though. Actually, you can see I did not mention it. Lurch is on the field for Andy over here. He's at the level 2, so he does have that Carnage ability. Can easily work away at buildings or other units. Stavrik with his own hero in the field. It's going to be Hawaldar. He is, I think he's not seen any action as he is just now level 1. It looks like Stavrik did take back that signal fire in the middle, as well as built a tower there, a battle tower, to be able to defend the position and hold it. Cavalry and Excelsior are going to move in as these spiderlings are engaging these Goblin warriors. Going to be able to distract them long enough to be able to hold them in position, and the cavalry is going to come in and trample those both Goblin warriors. So you need to be careful though, as these Hatchful Mirage, well, they do not deal the revenge damage that is so notorious of cavalry for cavalry against pikes. They still cause the acceleration. They do deal pike damage from the melee. Excelsior Beaconing now, he does have a well up in case anyone I think needs to heal. I think it's actually for Arongorn, who is actually Actually, I'm not sure what his beacon is. He is building a well in the base of Arongorn there, so I'm not sure what his beacon's at well for. However, there is the Warg Riders as well as a Warg Pack for Andy moving around, doing some harass, taking out one farm for Excelsior. The Spiderling Battalion level 2 for Arongorn is going to retreat back. Arongorn making a big push, taking out, I think he's going to take out one Goblin Cave, maybe two. I'm not sure if that's a Goblin Cave. It's not telling me what that building rubble is for. However, there's another Goblin Cave in great danger here, as there's a large force of Goblin Warriors, as well as Excelsior pushing out with some soldiers of Gondor and some Rohan Spearmen there. Andy's Warg Riders are going really uncontested here. However, there are the Spiderlings over here, which are a good counter to all cavalry units. As long as those cavalry do not turn and fight you, you can easily take them out, as the Spiderlings will be able to outrun the cavalry. Lurtz is close to level 3. At level 4, he will get the cripple ability, which would be very powerful against enemy heroes. However, this northern team opting to not go for any heroes at the moment will not be very effective. It looks like RudestDebi is going to be singling, as he is going to be losing a lot of his production here. Here comes Sharku, the action from Andy going for Sharku. As soon as he gets to level 3, he will get that Blood Hunt ability, which will give these Warg Riders his leadership that they need. A whirlwind going on for Stafford to try and take out these Soldiers of Gondor. However, they will take out a Goblin Cave. I'm not sure what this building room is once again, but Sharku and the boys are going to be a good counter to any Goblin spam that could be coming from Arongorn. In the same way that Excelsior is going to have a good counter to the Goblin spam coming from RudestDebi. However, you can see Angmar is on the field for these Gondor Knights of Excelsior, providing that Horse Lord leadership buff, which will give all horsemen near him, all allied cavalry near him, will be getting that leadership buff. The Mirkwoods and the Mythlons are going to try and work down these Orc warriors, but not before they take down a Malentry. Another Malentry going to take out by these wild men, trying to be engaged by these Lorien warriors. And actually, Excelsior trying to make a push with this cavalry, but here comes the cavalry of Andy, as well as all the pikes from these these Rudar spearmen of Stavrik here. And these cavalry, the Gondor soldiers or Gondor knights, are not going to be able to do much. Actually, Excelsior not upgrading his stables, but at this point, I think he really might want to do that, get those Rohirrim on the field if he is going for a cavalry army. You do have Arongorn now, as you can hear, did go for that Drogoth, and as you might have heard, there was a burp. I have to let you know, it did happen. The burp has happened every video. The Drogoth is a very strong hero in this matchup, as his directly opposing player for Arongorn is Goblins, and Goblins do not have a very strong counter to any flyer, with their Goblin Archers being the only unit they can use. It looks like actually the Warg Riders of Andy are going to be in a bit of trouble, as Drogoth will start taking them out, and that's going to be another good thing, as Drogoth can easily counter enemy cavalry. There are some Crossbows as well as Axeforce, and Axeforce do deal that bonus damage versus flyers, so Drogoth might want to get out of there. He is up to level 3, so he does have that Wing Blast AoE effect ability, but he can also use that Fireball ability to knock down these units. Actually, a lot of Axeforce in the area, the Drogoth is a little bit nullified in this area. He might want to go down and do some harass on his opponent directly facing him. Excelsior with his cavalry going to try and go through there. There is a Fireball going down all his archers, and here comes Rogoth. He's going to go in, take out actually a lot of his allied units. He needs to be focusing on these Rudar Axors, as they are going to be his biggest threat at the moment. The cavalry of Excelsior are going to be engaging on this battle tower in the middle, trying to take it out so they can take this position. However, it is getting that free ice arrow ability on it. And here comes Basil making a push on Andy, as Andy is full engaged in the middle with his cavalry and his wildmen and pikes. And there's not much here to defend the base. Actually, an emergency ballista expansion coming up for Andy over here, as well as an emergency battle tower. Andy, however, is out on a level 2 siege works there. Does have that ballista on the field. Basil's going to try and move in and take it out, but I don't think they're going to be able to. But there are some Mirkwoods right in the front of the base. They're going to be able to start working on all enemy units, as well as any units that could come out of these production buildings. As you can see there is a Shrouding Mist ability that's going to stealth these units, and if it's cast on enemy units, it will debuff them. And it looks like actually Stavrik and RudestDebi are going to be able to hold the center area there. They will lose the tower, but they would take out or fend off the cavalry of Excelsior. And I think Drogoth actually is still at half health. He's almost level 4. At level 6 he will get that very powerful Fireflight ability. Basil is going to be able to use his Merc will take out Lurtz over there for Andy. Andy losing his Lurtz is going to be a big blow, as he is leveled and will take a while to come back. Actually, this Mythlos going to take out the ballista of Andy, but there goes the frozen, or I believe it's the Snowbind going down on this furnace over here. It is almost level 3, as Stavrik wants to save his allies building over there. So you can see Excelsior does have all 3 of his 5s, Rally Call, Rebuild, and Heal. 3 extra power points. Andy himself does have his War Chant and then his Devastation 10 power point. The cavalry of Excelsior now trying to engage. There are fire arrows on, as you can see, on these archers, Goblin archers for RudestDebi. However, there is now Drogoth doing the harass he needed to do, getting levels off of those farms as well. 12 extra power points for Andy, so he's going for his 15 power point. If I remember correctly, he's going down the left side of his power tree, or maybe down the middle, I'm not sure, and he will get, I think, the Watcher, potentially the Freezing Rain. I think he might get the Freezing Rain, I'm not sure though. The Freezing Rain is a very powerful debuff, will be a long time lasting on the field, and will debuff all enemy troops, nullify the leadership as well as debuff them. Trebuchet actually on the field for Excelsior there. You do have Arongorn with his Handland as well as Scavenger 10 power point, 14 power points, so he's faster. Going to be getting his 15 power point much quicker. Actually sitting on a lot of resources, could potentially see a Shelob come into play, which would be a good cheeky little thing to see in here. I'm not sure if it would be a good choice in this matchup, but it would be interesting to see Shelob, as I haven't seen Shelob in a very long time. Basil himself has got his Rock as well as his Shredding Mist ability, 3 extra power points. Sitting on a lot of cash himself there. There's the double Hand Land going down as Excelsior, Stavig, and Basil are going to engage in the middle over here. However, Stavig are going to be cornered in the middle. Cavalry are going to go down the middle, take a lot of damage from these Ruder Spearmen, but he's going to be able to take out most of those units. CrazyOldMan Stavig does have Snowbind as well as that, so with 2-5, 3 extra power points. A lot of money, but not much in the way of power points. He's really behind there. RudestDebi himself has the Tan Land as well as Scavenger, 7 power points. So that's kind of the power points that we've been seeing right around here. You do have actually Arongorn putting some safe lumber mills in the back of his allies' base there. Excelsior now pushing in with his Rangers after that level 2 Rangers, archery range you can see there. Trebuchet as well. He might want to go for that level 2 siege workshop and get the Firestones, as the Trebuchets do not deal really much damage without the Firestones. These Goblin archers are going to try and take out these Rohan Serum, but not really going to be able to do so with these Affinity Rangers. Going to be on the hill, going to have a nice range advantage over anything, as well as they do have a longer range in general over these Goblin archers. Some Thralls being summoned in there, some Rohan Spearmen, or excuse me, some Rudar Spearmen, I get them mixed up, to be able to counter any cavalry. And there is a level 3 Hollow King's Men for Stavig there. He does have those dark banners in the field. Might want to get that banner carrier upgrade. Is that if you get the Whirlwind Morgmer on the field, as he does have Morgmer on the field, I believe Morgmer is level 2, so there's that Dread Visage debuff. So with the Dread Visage debuff, the Whirlwind, and the long shot from the Rangers, that's going to be a very powerful wombo combo. Take out your enemy entire army in one fell blow. And then on the field for Basil over here does have Treebeard, and his build is building another Ent. And actually, there is going to be Golem on the field. I did not notice this was a ring game, but there's Golem. He's very low health. He did take a lot of damage, I think, from this low 3 farm, and he is very low health, but I think he will be able to survive for the moment. However, Morgmer is going to be moving on these Rangers, going to be taking a lot of damage from them. Actually, might want to do so, but he's going to be delaying these units. He's getting that debuff range, and then the Rohan Spearmen or Rudar Spearmen are going to be able to start engaging. Now, Arongorn making a big push, taking out a tunnel over there. Might want to have the Spiderlings circle around, take out this level 3 farm over here, or this farm over here. You do that, as those Spiderlings really at this point are not really good for frontal engagement. I want to use some harass for them at the middle of this engagement. Now Andy pushing in, doesn't have that leadership debuff from the level 5 Lurch there. Lurch is back on the field, as you can see. Sharku for the Warg Riders is going to be a level 3, does have that Bloodhound ability. Level 5 for Drogoth of Arongorn, almost level 6. Ooh, there's another burp, so I'm just burping all day today. There is a level 3 tunnel, getting the Snowbind put down on it, as Arongorn is right in there. He's going to maybe be able to take it out. Looks like a Azog in there, as well as a Gorkill. So Azog for level 2 Gorkill, almost now it's level 2 for Arongorn. So Arongorn going for a lot of heroes. There's the Wing Blast ability, as you can see. It does deal a meta impact, just knocks them down and deals damage. Similar to the Whirlwind, but just kind of blasts them back. And if they do get it back up, they will continue to take that damage. Excelsior now pushing a forward heroic statue, but not really in a good position as it's at the base of this hill. It would have been better to use it at the top of the hill over here, but actually Excelsior now making a bit of a push down the hill over here, pushing, I think, towards RudestDebi, as he recognizes that RudestDebi is the easiest to knock out. Once there is an enemy knocked out, it'll be a 3v2, and that will be much easier. Arongorn not really being harassed much in a while, does have all these tunnels around. Actually, this tunnel is almost level 2. This one in the back, these ones in the back are level 3 now, so he's really not been harassed for a very long time. Excelsior himself, let's have this level 3 farm over here. I think it did survive, so it will be leveling up and staying alive the entire game. As you can see, there is a Thranduil actually on the field for Basil. Now you can see this is the kind of gameplay from the Elves that always gives me a little bit of cancer watching. There is the pikes to protect the archers sitting there to protect any sort of advanced tower coming up, and now the Ant from afar are just going to start working down units and buildings. Treebeard does have that March of the Ants buff, which will give them him and all other units, or excuse me, all allied Ents near him, going to get 50% armor and 50% speed. So they will be walking much faster. However, at the moment, there is not another Ent on the field, but there is, I think, another one being built for him. However, his command point capsule is not going to be able to be produced. Sharkbeard and the boys are going to circle around, take a, I think, a Malon tree, but there's... Actually, these level 3 farms, I think you can hear there, Golem going down and Darkness now being cast. It is going to be in favor of this northern team. I believe it is going to be the Darkness of Arongorn. As you can see, he does have that Web Cocoon as well as the Dragon's Nest, so he's going to be getting that Fire Drake on the field. Also, the ring is being recaptured, and I think Shark was going to find it. Shark and the boys are going to find it and take it home. So Andy does have that advantage over him. Industry being cast on his farm in the back, so he does have that industry power. Excelsior beaconing about the Herrick statue. I think he's signaling he wants his ally to focus on that area, stay right there, as he will have that leadership buff. You do have Excelsior actually having a Faramir on the field. Sorry, I'm a little bit parched on my throat here. The AMR of Excelsior is at level 6, so I have the leadership at level 4. You do have a Wildman summon going down. I think it was on the middle of this army. It was from RudestDebi, but it's going to be very noticeably nullified. These units do scatter, and the archers melt them as well as the cavalry Excelsior coming through. But there is a new lightning tower of Andy going down. He has the iron planning as well as the lightning tower, and it will work down the heroic statue as well as all these archers. I think there might be a single one that survived. With the armor Basil taking a big hit there, Excelsior now moving in to take them out or to hold them off. However, Ice Arrow is now on the, Dark Rangers of Stavros. It's gonna be very powerful for him. You do have a Devastation going down. I'm not sure where they go down, but that's gonna be this Devastation of Andy, I believe. You do have upgrades now going up on the Fortress of Arongorn, just potentially to protect it from the future. Level 2 fissure here over here. Especially we can see a level 3 fissure with those Mountain Giants or those Fire Drake Rulings. Level 6 now for Drogoth. Bombadil going to be summoned in on this entire army of Andy and going to wipe out the majority of those pikes as well as axe throwers. And going to continue to do some damage. However, there is Aimer not pitching the front. He's going to take all that damage from Lurch and the pikes and go down in a matter of seconds there. Treebeard going to be trying to work on this farmer farm, but there's going to be a little bit misfire. He hits the area right over there. Airvolley now going down the rest of the troops, and it looks like Basil and Excelsior are going to be able to push through. Stabber going to try and flank down from the hill, as he just had that area. But here comes Arongorn with a large force coming in up the hill, and now there's a Drogoth. I think he's going to be able to have free reign. Doesn't need to be careful though, there are a lot of archers there, and some of them with the fire arrow upgrades. However, Andy's base does look to be in a bit of trouble, as he has not much in the way of defense on this field over here. I think he's going to be able to take out most of these units. However, there's a level 4 battalion of axe throwers that's still alive, but the archers of Excelsior are going to be able to come in. However, the War Guards of Andy going to come through, take out one battalion. Actually, I think with the leadership buff as well as the darkness buff, I think they're going to be able to survive that trample. So it's a little bit of an impressive thing to see these units surviving the trample. These units generally die almost immediately to a trample. Drogoth now in full retreat. Aragorn might want to microwave stand to get that Drogoth in aggressive, so he'll have that speed buff. Actually, can turn back around, go right back through these archers, and I think he might be in a little bit of trouble. Can take out one battalion, but can he take out the other one before he starts taking that massive damage? Basil, Excelsior, and Arongorn now pushing on the base of Andy, so they're going to triple him hard, try and knock him out, as he is going to be their biggest threat, as he is a very strong player. I would consider him an expert, as he is technically an expert at this game. Drogoth for Arongorn, almost up to level 7. At level 10, he will get that Incinerate ability, which is, in fact, the same icon as a Brigandage or Pillage ability for other heroes. Darkness now wearing off for the northern team, but the push has been done, the damage has been done. Sharks were going to get taken out now from all these Billions and the Mirkwoods and the Mythland Sentries, and now Treebeard with another Ant in the area. You're going to start working on the Fortress of Andy. Andy with no thing to really counter them. Ballista on the fort, a Ballista on the ground, but the Ballista on the ground, one of them is taken out. Lurch going to go down once again. He was just repurchased, and I think he's going to go down once again. I'm not sure what took him out. It might have been Thranduil as well as actually Legolas of Basil there. And actually Stavrik does quit out of the game, so he's going to leave all of his buildings to be controlled by Andy. So with Stavrik quitting out, I think this is kind of a hopeless situation for the southern team, as Andy has to micro 2 fortresses and be able to control for 2 teams. And it's already hard enough to control with 1 team, and now Arongorn in the back of the base to take out this level 3 industry farm, as well as the going to take out the Seed Workshop. The Seed Works, there's level 4 now for Gorkle, so he's going to provide that leadership buff for his troops. Level 4 now for Azek as well. And there goes the Eagle Summon. Take out that Ballista. And I don't think there's going to be really much they can do in this situation. They just have to work on the fort. Maybe they get this level 3 farm, or furnace actually there, is they're going to just keep taking a lot of fire from the fortress here, but the fortress is going to go down, and it's just inevitable with the ends over here in the back going to be protected, and not going to be able to get taken out. The archers of RudestDebi are going to come and try and defend, but the fortress is going to go down, take out the eagle, but the eagles is of no relevance as Andy does, I believe, delete his buildings, or actually I think Excelsior cavalry came through and they did or maybe he did delete out because I think RudestDebi did quit out as well. So with all that, I believe that Southern team will lose. Or I say believe, they definitely will lose. A great game, not that long actually for a 3v3. Not that many high level powers. You did have to see darkness, and darkness was, I think, the turning point where the darkness buff the northern team was able to push in quite far. For Andy's part, I feel like he really did well pushing and using those war guards effectively to harass. Sorry, I had to swallow my throat. It's really still a bit parched. For Arongorn's part, I feel like he made a good call, saving up and protecting that Drogoth. Drogoth is a very expensive hero, 5,000 resources. But in a Goblin matchup, I would say he's most definitely worth it, as the only way to counter him as Goblins, as he was facing a Goblin's opponent, is to get those Goblin archers upgraded with that fire arrows. Now you did see RudestDebi did go for that treasure trove early on, so he did have that option available to him, so he did go for it, and he did get it quite quicker than I would have expected him to. But even with that upgrade, I feel like those Goblin archers are still not going to be strong enough to take out Drogoth fast enough, and they don't have the armor on them, so they would have to purchase those armor. Stabber, for his part, I feel like he did play very well. Did get the early on, he did manage to counter that cavalry of Excelsior, and he did manage to take the hill. But I feel like he was kind of not in a good position in the middle there, as he was not really able to make any push toward Excelsior really that much. As the hill, even though he had the hill for most of the game, he was not able to use it that much. So anyway, great game. I really enjoyed it. I hope y'all did as well. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to slap a like. It really does help me figure out what y'all like and what y'all don't. It does help the channel grow, as well as leave a comment if what you thought of the game, what you thought these players could have done better, what you enjoyed about this video. If you like to see something different or something more of this, just let me know in the comments down below as well. I really would appreciate that. If you are watching and you are not subscribed, I really would appreciate if you did it. Once again, it does help the channel, and it does help me figure out that I am doing, it keeps me motivated, as well as letting me know that my work is not going super unappreciated. I do appreciate it when y'all do appreciate my work, because I am putting a lot of effort into this. I do enjoy casting, very much so. It is a lot of fun, but sometimes it can get a little demoralizing if you do get cast and it ends up not working out, like a crash, or there was something in the way in the middle of the video that I have to recast for, and it's like I really don't. It's just sometimes it's a little bit demoralizing to have to do the cast again, but it really does help when y'all do show me that support and love, and I really do sound really cheesy and I sound like I'm begging, but I really do love it when y'all like let me know that it is that you do like what I'm casting and what I'm doing there. So I really would appreciate if you did. Thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all tomorrow with another 1v1 or 2v2.